busy with the lawn care business, and what we're going to be doing today, and the reason why I chose to do it today is because next week technically is my application date for my next Fert app. Okay, I'm out of Milorganite. I've used it all for my clients, so I'm moving on to the Carbon X program here. I got 2 bags of it there, as you guys can see. Okay, the 2404 with the Biochar and the RGS infused pelletized form of fertilizer. So I guess the only things I want to record today are primarily I'm also going to be doing my dithiopyr or dithiopyr, whichever you want to pronounce it, application. This is my second application of first application of a post-emergent, but the pre-post-emergent applications interchanging the two to prevent crabgrass and future weed development. I've already been on this cycle for over a year now, and the weeds that I have are very, very minimal. Okay, so the implementation and the rotation of these products, it works. Okay, it works great, phenomenal. I'm kind of weed free, weed stress free, if you will, but primarily the video today is all about Carbon X and the application rates. Okay, so the recommended application rates is 3 pounds per 1,000 square feet. Okay, so how do you do that when you've got a freaking 50-pound bag over here? So you gotta weigh it out. Okay, so as a owner operator of a lawn care company, if you guys decide to start using this stuff, okay, for your clients' properties, okay, you are going to want to make sure you're doing proper application rates. All right, you need to know the square footage. Man, look at those things, those are huge. Whoo, that's got some smell to it. Portion control, that's what I'm talking about. Okay, so in my former life, everything that we did in the industry, primarily the restaurant industry, was all about portion control. Okay, so if you're going to start using this for your clients, you really need to make sure your portions are correct. So what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be taking this whole 50-pound bag and I'm going to be weighing it out into smaller bags, so that when I know I have to go do a fertilizer application for a client, and I did the same thing with the Milorganite, or any fertilizer for that matter, is you want to make sure your applications are right. So we weighed it out. You got to get a scale, portion in smaller bags. If you know you've got 7 clients, depending on square footage, take a couple bags of it. Okay, a lot of my clients here in El Paso, we've got very small properties. My lawn's 1,000 square feet. It's a little under 1,000, but it's like right there, so we round it up to make our math easy. But I've got clients that I think my biggest lawn is 7,000 square feet. Okay, and then everybody else is pretty much between 1,000 and 2,000 range. But we're going to be taking smaller bags. It's going to be a lot easier to transport this stuff as well. So what I'm going to do today is go ahead. This is the first application. I want to make sure my math is right. We've got the scale set up here. We're going to turn it on. We're going to be doing a pound and ounce weights. You take your measuring cup, you can weigh it out, you can put it in a bag, whatever you guys want to do. Just remember that liquid weight is different from actual weight. Okay, so when you put this on here, you're going to want to make sure you tar or zero it out. Okay, so it's zeroed out here, and just to give you guys a little visual. Okay, we've got 0. Let's try it one more time. And 0. So we want to make sure we're exactly at 3 pounds. Multitude of ways of doing this. You figure out what works best for you. Okay, so what we're gonna do now is let's dump a little bit of this out here. 15 ounces. So you got a couple options. What you can do is keep scooping some in here until you get to your 3 pound mark. You can, and this is pounds and this is ounces, okay? Keep scooping it in there until you get to your 3 ounce mark. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go ahead and weigh out 1 pound exactly and see where that gets me. You have to excuse me, this is the first time using, I should have said that at the beginning, first time using my GoPro. Okay, that's 1 pound 2 ounces. 15.8. I want it exactly at 1. All right, so we got 1 pound there. £1, and that is pretty close to, it's a little more than 2 cups. Almost a little more than a liter if you're using a device like this. So what I'm going to do then is I'm going to take it, put it in my spreader out here. And for this particular case, I'm just going to repeat that process. A little more than 2 cups, kind of get an idea. 1 pound, 0.2 ounces, so really close there. All right, exactly 1 pound, took a little bit off. I'm gonna dump it in the spreader real quick. One more time. See if I can get this one exactly at 1 ounce with a scoop. 15.7. One pound exactly, guys. All right. Look at those clouds today. Cloudy, cloudy, cloudy. Very gray, which is another reason why I'm doing this, okay? Check it out. You can get an idea of 3 pounds, get a visual there. When you're out in the field and maybe you don't have a measuring device, fill it up. Now you know. So we're gonna go ahead and transfer this to the backyard.
little bit left. Oh, man, camera's crooked.
Hey guys, just wanted to touch base with a little voiceover here while I'm doing some applications, but I wanted to talk to you a little bit about biochar, okay? Essentially, inside the Carbon X, that's what makes this product unique. One of two things. A, it's got the biochar. Two, it's got the infused granulars with RGS, which is a root growth.
Alright guys, I gotta hurry because it's starting to sprinkle. I don't know if you can see it on the pool deck. We don't get real heavy rains, and we don't get rain at all in El Paso, so I'm gonna hurry and try to get this Carbon X down. That way all the product gets watered in and we're good.
All I was saying is it's starting to rain and I want to hurry and get this product down. Kind of like this voiceover. I just want to make it quick, okay? Again, there's not another product out there like this. It's got the biochar and the RGS, okay? You got to remember, biochar is essentially a byproduct of thermal decomposition of organic matter. This particular one is wood in this case, and it's produced without oxygen, okay? It's going to be used as a soil amendment that's going to increase our water holding capacity. Biochar is really, I'm going to put a picture in here, it looks just like a freaking sponge, okay? The hydrogen bonds, they're going to they're going to be able to hold more water and nutrients in your soil system as opposed to having runoff or wash away. This is great for El Paso simply because of our sandy soil systems. Utilizing this product is going to be able to retain the water in the soil. That's what I love about it. Okay. We also got to remember that biochar has a density of 1,000 of sand. Okay, so by adding biochar, you're going to be able to help lower the density and allow for more root growth. Okay. And then lastly, the biochar, it's going to consume the watering that you're doing or implementing or the rainwater that you're at and keep it in your soil. Okay, and the key factor is that it's going to provide oxygen and immediate water source for that plant or that grass that you're utilizing this product on, okay? You don't have to use Carbon X necessarily, but if you can get your hands on some biochar and throw that into the mix, it's going to work wonders. What Carbon X has done essentially is combine fertilizer, the biochar, the RGS. It's got everything I'm looking for, you guys. Hope that adds a little value to the video.
All right, that's it. So we've got Carbon X down. We've got the Dithiopyr application down. Got some good rain coming in. It's gonna take care of all that. It's gonna water it in nice and deep like. But anyways, guys, man, I really don't have much to say other than that. But that's a good before shot, if you will. Not the greenest lawn on the block right now. Well, actually, it's the only lawn on the block because everybody else likes to have rocks. But it is green. You know what? Let's do it. How about this? Check out my neighbor's lawn. He burns his lawn every season. It drives him crazy. But let's look. You guys see? So we had a late start with Bermuda this year for some reason. It took forever to green up. Everybody knows that across the nation. Oh, check this out, by the way. My own garden. My own Hybrix garden there. Thanks to Pete for the recommendation. Never done a garden before. But anyways, that's going to conclude the video, guys. Nothing much to it. Just remember, your application rates are important. The thing about Carbon X, it's got the biochar inside of it, which is, you know, it's a byproduct. It's I think this particular biochar, if I remember correctly, it's burnt from wood without the oxygen, which is unique. Okay, you can make your own biochar. I've seen people do that. I've seen videos of that kind of stuff. And then man, that camera's horrible. And then more importantly, what's so great about this and why I'm so intrigued by it is that it's the first time I'm going to be using a synthetic on the lawn. It's got a higher rate of nitrogen. It doesn't have the phosphorus that I do not need this year. And then it's got the infused pellets with the RGS. Okay, so we got a combination of a lot of things going on here. That's what I'm looking for. I'm looking for a go-to product that's going to solve my Milorganite issue that I don't have to use this year. Okay, so here's what you see. Stay tuned, subscribe, and we'll see how this product works, guys. Chris Rod, Sun City Lawn Care. Deuce.